Morning, zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? Are we sleep deprived or emotionally screwed up yet? Oh, no triggers for today, hopefully. It's 4:11 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It's the 19th of May 2023. What you're hearing in the background, we'll write it down a bit, is MSNBC. I was listening to them going concerning about the debt ceiling being screwed up again. And ongoing debt ceiling negotiations. Apparently, Republicans are still pulling out the old playbook to screw around with the president and the Congress until it gets to a dangerous point, then get the bill rushed through because they want to perform for their own party and their own people and their own constituents. It's the Democrats that did all this problem, not us. We just showed this shit, and then they all had a conniption fit about it. I mean, it's all them. And we had to go through these negotiations because it's all them. Oh, Lord. I'm dealing with this crap this morning. Yeah. I was taking a quick look on YouTube this morning. And my friend was having issues concerning about Montana again. Oh, hell, what else is new? Well, what was new is Montana banned TikTok, and if you use it, you get charged 10K on that one. How about that one? 10K. TikTok was one of those situations, if I'm not mistaken, about these guys. Chinese owned, but we had U.S. subsidiary out here running the show over here. And TikTok was presumed, or probably verified, the information that they gather on TikTok will be sent over to China. What was it, months ago that they actually had? Almost half a year ago? December, I think? They had congressional hearings about it. Federal government had a bit of a problem with it because they was afraid that TikTok users in the U.S. government will be in places where U.S. secrets of sorts or operations, whatever, was going to be interfered with, photographed, sent over to China. How's that grab you? Mostly the kids are using it these days. They're getting technically savvy about the damn thing, and now they're going to be pissed off as hell in Montana. They can't use it. What are they going to do? Cross over the damn border? I'm not talking about the Canadian border. I'm talking about either Idaho, Dakotas, even go to Utah or Wyoming. Yeah. So anything bordering Montana, even go to Canada if they have to. They got passports for that. But how does a state rob you of your First Amendment rights? The government was going to either by congressional decree, if they already got it through by congressional bill, or by executive order, one of the two, would ban all U.S. installations from using the damn thing. Not the rest of the country, just anybody working for the federal government who's in an installation that may have sensitive information, it does sensitive work, and they don't want that. They don't want the Chinese having it. Understandable. It's national security. I'm not going to argue about that point. What I am going to argue about is how to have the state ban kids from using TikTok. Kids are getting more and more technically savvy at these points. And we're getting a little bit more older and a little bit more grumpier concerning about our own damn technology. I think I did a video or two about this one. I'll have to take a look at my own archives on this. What gets to me is that we the states' rights overstepping the implied powers If I'm not mistaken concerning about this situation, the states have no right to interfere with trade. It's bad enough when we had different countries banning the internet companies out there, the ones that do communications with each other, because of ideology. And Montana's doing the same damn thing out of fear right now. The kids want to use the damn thing, but now they're going to be shelling out 10K each time there is a violation. Somehow or another, it's going to be flagged somehow that if a kid's going to be getting on TikTok, he's going to be costing his parents everything, more so. So I don't get it. Meanwhile, ideology concerning about wokeism is still being fought left and right. I never understood this damn shit. What is it with this country and this woke crap? And yeah, my other videos, I did say I blame the voters, and I do blame the voters. It is their responsibility. The politicians seemingly and theoretically said that they're responsible, but they're not responsible. It's the voters who vote those idiots in. It was the voters themselves, and I'm not blaming democracy. I'm blaming the voters for listening to the bullshit and allowing this shit to happen without any kind of response, major response. All throughout the years, we had conservatives who want things their own way, and I know the Democrats want to be progressive and upbeat, while the conservatives are always so damn depressing. And if I was hearing it correctly from MSNBC last night, Newt Gingrich was the asshole that started all this damn woke crap one way or another by being confrontational. The Democrats and GOP had been working on cooperating with each other until Gingrich got in office in the 90s, and then all hell broke loose. So now you got the Democrats and the GOP at each other's throats. And it continued on with Boehner, Reiner, Skip Pelosi, and now we got old McCarthy Schmuckhead from my own county of Kern, California. So now we got to worry about that shit. But everybody's fine with it here. They don't care. There's no outrage. The only thing they worry about is their own little town politics, their own little town shit going on, not the international stuff, because that's all fake news to them, apparently. There are some people out here a bit progressive, but, they try not to step on each other except when it came down for keyboard warrior tactics. That's about it. So if there's going to be any kind of protesting going on, not much. I mean, I've heard and read on the local group chats in my hometown, about my current town of Roseman. It's not a home. It's just a place where I live at. They don't like changes. They didn't like the changes happening in their town throughout the decades. But it was there anyway. It was there. They had businesses that dried up. Now they got major chains trying to snake their way in here, trying to make things livable. Not much. There's still employment on the airbase one way or another. Part-time for civilian work. We still got airbase personnel living here in Roseman because that's close enough for them. Of course, they'll commute from somewhere else in the Antelope Valley. So this is where we're living in. They have problems concerning about the water and sewage prices being raised. And the local county board of supervisors in Kern County are still having issues over it. Now, they're still hearing it, but, they're not going to do a damn shit. Local politics. But do you think anything else is going to matter to them? This is a liberal state right now. We have a conservative county, but we have a liberal county next door to us, bordering our town. So if we have any medical services, we either try to go for the urgent care stuff within uh, maybe Mojave or Tehachapi if we're lucky enough, or if we want full emergency services, it's either Palmdale Regional, which people are going, "Ah," and then worse, Antelope Valley Hospital, which you need to bring your all your oh, where's your funeral arrangements at? Because people die. That's what's happened. But we have Democratic influences in LA County. So some things that conservatives won't touch, LA will. If you're an LA resident, that's one thing. If you're a conservative, you're full of shit. You consider LA County full of shit. But getting back to the TikTok stuff, I just wanted to get you a little bit of a general basis here, what things would matter and what things don't matter. Montana doesn't bother them here. If we've got the technology here and we're able to use it without being dinged all the time, they're not going to care out here in California. But they still don't get it that the impediment of our rights, one way or another, is going to affect them one way or another. They just don't look at the bigger picture, and if they did, they'd hide their faces and become keyboard warriors. But outside, business as usual. Oh, they'll have an occasional car wreck out here and people trying to run each other over. Trying to have a drag strip here going on left and right, but that's about it. Drag strips. Yeah, you want to hear these guys racing around over here. You think that was the most important thing around. See, anything concerning about even civil rights doesn't matter to them. If we had any problems concerning about abortions, it's not going to happen here in this state here because we allow abortions happening. We allow freedom of speech happening over here. We're liberal for that one. Montana doesn't give a shit. Montana wants to contain itself. As I was trying to explain in the other videos, we're talking about subdivisions here. No, we're not talking about Rush. We're not talking about the musical group in the Song of Subdivisions, even though it's pretty cool. But we are talking about subdivisions of anything and everything. Ideology, religion, physical. We're talking about us versus them mentality at this point, and we've still got this going on. You think these people would understand this shit? Hell no. When I came into this town and I went onto their groups, I was reading some of the stuff that they had. They were fully involved in politics. And they'd shoot down anybody who was progressive, let alone a damn libtard or libturd. So me being a smart ass and smart aleck over here, I had to write my own shit in there. The college information I had learned and all the wisdom I had. I can't tell you how many arguments I got in it with a lot of people, and I started blocking left and right. It got to the point where I had to get off the damn site real fast, stay off of it for a while, and get back on it again. Tone down my rhetoric and just watch watch it all happen. Yeah, that's what I did. Well, the site's hardly ever doing it. They're doing missing pets and missing this or missing that, or guy keeps stealing stuff from them left and right. But major concerning about politics, concerning about freedom of speech being curtailed in a few states here left and right because they want the conservativeship. How are we supposed to deal with this? I don't know. How are we supposed to be able to handle a situation regarding this one? And I don't know. But we are having an issue, aren't we? Montana is going to make sure that they are the most conservative, ultra maggot place because this is what they want. They're going to make sure that there's going to be no wrong ideas coming through, that they don't want China to interfere with, but they really want their own ideology, apparently. How can I say this? Well, we got people demonstrating this by example, by action. That's what's happening. I don't know what the hell we're going to do about it. As I said before in my other videos, I blame the voters, and the voters have to decide whether or not they want their country that screwed up or not. And how we're handling the deficit spending right now, how we're dealing with the debt ceiling right now, those are indications. I could talk about the First Amendment rights like crazy, but it's up to the damn voters to decide whether or not they want their country to turn into something that they don't recognize. An autocratic society. And I'm not talking about you blame the current administration. I'm talking about the voters listening to these people who are trying to control and manipulate you. You want total religion in our government? Welcome to Sharia law. Welcome to Iran. Yeah, Iran. Welcome to that one. Welcome to Sharia law, American style. If you don't like it, off with your head or off with your damn fingers or hands. So much for your voting rights. Oh, you have the right to vote, you just don't have the ability to vote. We're going to take away your polling places or limit them to time that you can get over there, distance that you're going to have to travel, ability to vote, identification to vote, whether or not you're registered to vote, and are you legal to vote? Do you actually have a right to vote? Meanwhile, we're going to put a gag order on you. Oh, yes, we're going to put a gag order on you. You can't talk about this stuff, even though you have freedom of speech against the government. But you really don't. And we will sue you one way or another. We will make sure that you follow and comply. It is the will of us versus you. I'll say it before and I'll keep saying it again. Subdivision, subdivision, subdivision. It doesn't matter which particular format it comes in, it's still subdivision. I used to call this a long time ago, and I liked that expression a long time ago when I heard it. The Great American Melting Pot. Well, screw that noise. We don't have a melting pot anymore. Somebody dumped out the batch already, tore up the recipe. So now it's just me versus you. See, you're not me, you're you. So therefore, you don't matter. Your rights don't matter. Your life doesn't matter. Anything about you doesn't matter. It's all about me, not about you. That's how we're turning out to be these days. I'm cynical. I'm depressed about it. I get pissed off about it, and this is how we're dealing with it. You don't like it? Tough shit. How about this one? Florida. Oh, I'm going to push on this one another video maybe, but there are books out there that their groups are suing the state government for banning them because they're interfering with the freedom of speech, and not to mention they're interfering with education. See, this is what I'm talking about. People trying to get involved and trying to, trying to force government to admit that they're held accountable, they are held transparent, they are responsible, because the voters have to make them that way. And the other states who are getting this kind of squeeze from all these damn conservative assholes coming through saying, you gotta be like us, you gotta be like us. Well, There's going to be enough. There's going to be enough flack on this one here. Verbal flack. It's what we need. Meanwhile, politics continues and the world goes hell in a handbasket. How's that for depression for you?